Oh, good morning. It's the end of August. Welcome back to Kolonia and the old Polish farm. Grab some coffee here. That's pretty good. This is some Kindio Gourmet coffee. It's from the Kindio department state, I guess, in Colombia. Famous for its coffee. Kind of central west part of the country. Western slope of the Andes mountain chain. Tell you, it's not as good as that Cafe Frida Kahlo. Well, I left that open yesterday. How'd that happen? That's unusual. I don't normally leave doors open. So let me get in here. Looks okay. End of August. Oh, I don't see rain. I thought we were going to have rain in the forecast today. So I've been hesitant to take on a baling contract for hay or anything. So yeah, maybe we can do that then. I can mix up some more feed, try and get rid of this silage. We're gonna buy this field up here with corn in it to chop it. And then everything's gonna happen all at once. Corn will be ready to chop in September. This will be ready to go in September. We can start planting winter wheat, this field up here in September. What are we doing over here? This wants to be corn next year. So I don't know why I bothered cultivating it already, actually. And we put slurry on it already too. So it's got its first fertilizing state on it. We could, I don't know, we could put oilseed radish in it, maybe, later. I'm not 100% sure if you fertilize oilseed radish, if you get two states. I don't know why I just question that. Not sure why. Let's see. I know I don't have milk ready to go this morning. Yeah, let's check his equipment and see maybe we can find some grass work. No used equipment. Eek. Okay. Wait, not gonna start doing that again. So I took a hay contract over on field 79. It's kind of just right at the top of the hill here, like across from Conrad. Give us something to do here this morning. I'm gonna move everything up here. We'll head over to the biogas plant. We'll borrow their 4-trip mower again. Sorghum. So this one right here to my right, that's the one we're gonna mow. Done it before a few times. Quite a few times actually. Let's see, I'll need the tedder. Simple, one connection. Remember to change out of this green shirt. How long have I been wearing it? Alright, so we'll get over here, we'll get started cutting. keep this across the road out of the way. How about right here? This looks like a good spot for it. Left that on the whole time. I go the other way once. I usually end up going counterclockwise around this field. I try going clockwise one time. Well, let's chat while we do this, huh? So, Per asked why there was no playlist for Elm Creek, I think that was a comment on the last episode. So, the answer to that is when I started playing FS22, I was playing on Elm Creek. And I didn't immediately start making videos. And then at some point, I started encountering an error on Elm Creek, which was weird because I had absolutely no mods for FS22 loaded on my PlayStation. I was playing on PlayStation 4 at that point. The PlayStation 5 was I guess it ended up being more of a birthday gift, but we originally got it as a Christmas present for my son. I've told this story before, but yeah, maybe you weren't watching when I told it, but we had a guy who was way back in the early days, back when it was impossible to get your hands on one. And usually you had to kind of watch the inventory at the websites. You had to get on a list, or you go to PlayStation.com and get in a waiting room to see if you could get one of the ones that would come available, type of thing. It was really difficult. So we knew a guy who was acquiring PS5s, or trying to, and reselling them. And with his assistance, because he had been successful in getting a couple previously, he was able to get one for us, which we gifted to my son on his birthday, because we were unsuccessful in getting one in time for Christmas. Anyway, I digress. That's not the story. My stories, I'm sorry, I just go into far too much detail. So anyway, I started playing FS22 on PS4. And for whatever reason, I started encountering an error, and I would have an error almost every time I would play. So I got to the point where I was, saving it every 15 minutes. Normally, when I'm doing videos, I have the autosave turned off. Had become my custom during FS19. It's just annoying when you go into the menu screen and all of a sudden it decides that's when it wants to save. Maybe you're on the roll, making your video, whatever. It's just more stuff you got to worry about editing out. So, anyway. And I kept playing forever. But I didn't make any videos. Normally, I probably would have considered doing it. I don't like starting the series as soon as I start playing the game. I did on here, though. But like Ohio Richlands, I was like a year in when I started it. I don't know, I just find sometimes the first year is just too much of a struggle to be entertaining. I don't know. Kind of like to get my feet wet first, get things rolling. But anyway, because of the errors, I never made videos on it. I kept playing on it though, because I had so much time invested in it. I was trying to learn all the new FS22 isms, you know, what was unique to the game and that kind of thing. I must have put many, many hours into that Elm Creek, trying to figure out productions and everything else. There's a lot on FS22 I still haven't done yet. So anyway, if you go into the channel, you go into the videos instead of the playlist, and you sort by oldest. Wait, no, don't do that. Sort by latest. And then just scroll all the way down. You'll find 2 Elm Creek videos. One titled Elm Creek Empire, which is not terribly old video, where I went in just to show to people, I think people had asked, I basically did like a farm tour of my Elm Creek save game. I think I called it Elm Creek Empire, because we had done an awful lot. I mean, I had a sugar mill, I had the grain mill, I had the bakery, had the dairy. A lot of productions on that one. Anyway, so Elm Creek Empire. When I was recording that video, I think I had 3 game crashes just making that one video. A little further back, there's another one that I made in FS22. I think it was called What I've Learned So Far. FS22, What I've Learned So Far. Yeah. So I just stuck with Elm Creek because I had so much time invested in it. And so I just kept playing it for myself. And I was waiting for another map to come out that I liked. And I kept playing Elm Creek until I think the Platinum expansion came out. And then I played around on that for a while. Didn't make videos because forestry, I'm not good at forestry. I did make a couple when I started making the Ohio Richland series. I think I made 2. What was the forestry map, Platinum expansion map called? I can't even think of it now. Anyway, Silver Run. But then Ohio Richlands came out as a map that I wanted to do. And then I decided to do Colonia, and then I've been waiting for... I wanted to do a British Isles style map. I was going to do Purbeck 22, but then Bali Spring came out, which is a beautiful map, so I did that. So yeah, well, I guess we're mowing grass, we didn't have anything else to do. Yeah, long story. That's why there are really no Elm Creek videos. I mean, it literally would crash every time I played. That would usually be like the length of my gaming session. I would play until the game crashed, and then I would quit. And then the next time I played, I would redo whatever the last 15 minutes of gameplay had been and play until the next crash. And then that would repeat every gaming session. Every gaming session started with the first 15 minutes being maybe redoing what I had done at the end of the last one that ended up getting lost when it crashed. It would just be an error occurred. No mods whatsoever. It was pretty strange. Not quite sure why it ever did that. I did have, like, oh my god, so much equipment. And I mean, it's in the videos. I think may have something to do with trying to render all the models that I had. So if I would go near a mess of equipment that was all parked up or something, that's when a lot of times when an error would occur. I missed that. If I don't get it correctly now, I'll probably end up missing it later. So let's get it. And I think I'll just put these together. Hope this doesn't end up being too much for the little Lily baler. There's some maps out that I'd like. I'm starting to be some maps that I'd like to do, but I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I'd like to do a Brazilian series. I saw that Lancy Boy's American Falls is in testing. I'd like me a good American map, but I'm enjoying Ohio Richlands right now because we've got some size on us now, and we're making money. That, oh man, I want to execute some plans. Alright, I'm going to finish this up. We're finishing up the baling here on field 79. I'd have to move some of the bales out of the way. Maybe I can. Am I not going to hit that? Maybe I can do it this way. Nah, it'd just be easier to hop out and move the bale. Alright, I'm going to unload this one back at the yard because it's going to be one I'm going to keep, I think. So we'll do that. I'm going to head back to the yard, grab my bale trailer, and I think that's how we'll get them to biomass energy. So as I was doing that, I was thinking about how I make my videos and why it seems to take forever to make any progress. So I think I've said before, I kind of play for me and I share it with you. So I'm just kind of playing my game my way. And if you enjoy it, awesome. That's great. Might be better for you if we made progress maybe a little bit faster than we seem to. I'm just going to put this over here for right now. I am going to unload that bale though. Or two. So one of the reasons I record pretty much everything, and my limiting factor right now is kind of the memory on the PlayStation 5. My son has so many games loaded into it. So I can't record more than probably, what, a couple hours of video. And also have room for the completed rendered episode. So that kind of is what has led me to fall into the routine of when we have busy days, a day is usually 2 episodes long, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So progress is kind of a little slow, I guess. So I don't know, what do you guys, well, I'm going to do what I have to do. What do you guys prefer though, you know, like, for example, I'm not comparing myself, I'm just the style of the videos. Mr. Sealy P puts hours and hours and hours of gameplay into one video. So I don't know how long. Did I not get that? I thought I moved the... I must not have dropped the pickup. Jeez. Oh, God. I went and I moved the bale and then I drove over it and I didn't drop the pickup. Gosh, what? So anyway, back to Mr. Sealy P. It'll do hours and hours of gameplay. A lot of it off camera. you know, completing contracts and showing you that he did them and stuff. Just showing the results of them. And come out with an hour-long video. And it works for him, and it's good, and it's enjoyable. And I like it. But I just don't have the storage on my PS5 to store all that gameplay. Are these like a weird size? Oh. Oh, God. So I don't have all the storage space to save that much gameplay video to make that kind of an episode. So contrast that with, say, Daggerwin, who pretty much shows you everything and does quick 20-minute episodes. I guess sometimes his progress is slow, but you know, his style is also very entertaining, especially the survival roleplay series. It's just nobody matches that, except for maybe Scroft and his Farmhand series. Also really good. SPC guy stuff, though, I can't even begin to approach trying to do that kind of... I think I'm stacking these wrong. Ain't I? I'm not doing it the way I used to. That's what the problem is. Then you got Chainsaw 100. So he just time lapses the whole thing to music and puts like captions about what he's thinking and stuff, which is kind of cool too. That's got to be fairly easy editing decisions. I kind of like that. I don't know, maybe I could do that for a different series or something that would not require as much effort as some of these. So what I usually do is I probably get about 3 hours of gameplay in. 2 to 3 hours, and then I edit that down to an hour-long episode, choose the music. That takes me another 2-3 hours probably do. This was not the way to stack this in here, but it's what we did. Wasn't a good idea. Oh well. This is just going to end up being a mess, I think. Because I'm going to end up jostling something that I don't mean to because I can't really strap them down. I should have borrowed Merrick's trailer. Would have been easier. I could have just tossed them in. Anyway, I'll continue this and we'll chat later. Yeah, told you I'd make a mess of it. We're going to take what we've got so far and deliver them all. And maybe we can figure out how many more we'll need to deliver from that. Yeah, I probably should put some more on here. I'm not gonna though. Gotta just deliver these, see where that gets us. And then a lot of times you can end up keeping almost half the bales you get off of a field, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I could do the math. Let's see. I got 17,400 liters. There's 600 each. Do that math. We got 17 bales. I think. No, that can't be right. We have, okay, so 18 would be 30 bales. So we're one short of 30. We got 29 on here. That might be right. Let me count them here quick. So we're 2 deep. 2, 4, 6. 12. And then what? Two, 4, 6. It's another 12. 2, 4, 6. Another 12. 36. 37. 30. I don't know. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28, 29. Yeah, it's 29 bales. So we got 29 bales right now. We're going to deliver 29. As soon as I take the straps off, they'll go. Okay, it's finished. And we went 1 bale over. Well, I don't know. We went over a little bit, so we get to keep everything that's left on the field. Hey, that actually worked out pretty good. So we'll go back and we'll load up, excuse me. We'll load up everything that's left on the field. And we can take that back. Got rain in the forecast. I think that's probably going to be around 6 o'clock, I think. So we've got some time. We can do a better job of stacking these and do it more appropriately. I forgot how I stacked for some reason. I'm going to slow down time again. I did during that time lapse. I went for a while before I remembered, oh, I'm bale handling, I get a slow down time. So yeah, I need to put a solid state drive inside the PlayStation 5. That would give me more freedom to how I do this. This is how I stacked them before. This works pretty good. You can slide them back against the wall. Although, if you get them too tight, they'll start bleeding through. You gotta be careful about that. But if you get the first bale placed properly, it's okay. It's not so bad. Yeah, so Mr. Sealy Peace style would be to not even show you all this and just say, hey, it happened, I did all these contracts. And he would progress a little faster, get a ton of productions going, and it would be pretty entertaining. You'd see all the mods used that you always wondered, hey, gives you great ideas on what you want to do in your game. Highly recommend it. Daggerwind's kind of in the grind, you know. He really grinds out the farming. So if that's what you like, that's a good one to watch. Chainsaw is similar. You see a lot quicker progress because he'll have you know, I don't know what they do for their time lapse on PC, so I use the Share Factory application on the PlayStation to do my editing. So the time lapse kind of thing tool, it's called Time Bender, and the fastest I can go is 8 times speed. So, you know, 8 minutes suddenly becomes a minute, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, most of my time lapses end up being about 1 to 2 minutes long most of the time, between 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 2.5. And I've used up most of the music that's available in YouTube's music library. I've used most of it already, and unfortunately I don't keep good enough track to know, did I use it in this series or the other one? Depends. Like the Brazilian series I did in FS19, I was trying to use tropical kind of music that fit kind of the theme a little better. But yeah, I tend to like the country folk, some of the dance well, I don't really like the dance electronic, but I use it because it works pretty good. Don't use the rock too much. Did on here, somebody I remember made a comment, thought I was trolling them because they complimented me on my music selection, and then I did like a heavy metal rock kind of harvesting sequence. He's like, I think he's making fun of me. It's like, no, it was not intentional. It's just like it was a hard driving harvest, so I thought that was a good tune to play, but it's not always about you. Oh, dang it. Tell you one I've been watching a bit lately is Big Frosty Gaming. He primarily does live streams, but I like his style and the mods that he uses. He does like this old style American farming on the White Farm, which is a good map too. And this bale is kicking my butt. Let's just push it back, okay? I'm leaving it there. I'm going to spend forever messing with that bale. If I don't, I'm moving on. So he'll live stream weeknights. He's on the East Coast of the United States, I think South Carolina. He also does other games, Truck Simulator, Euro and American, and I think even some other stuff. But yeah, that's kind of interesting to watch. I can see the attraction of that because you don't have to do the editing. So you just play and run your mouth while you're doing it, and people can watch you. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little, I don't know, maybe a little too slow, which is why I kind of like the way I end up doing it. Of course, I'm making you watch me stack bales right now, so it kind of violates it right there, huh? And we are after lunchtime, which is unusual, right? I don't know. I don't feel like taking another contract and cramming it in here, to be honest with you. All right, we're just going to strap these down. And we're going to take them. I think that's all of them. Let me speed up time again. I think I was only at 3 times speed there. Wasn't exactly purposeful. I run this at 6. Wasn't purposeful that I was at 3 times speed. It's just that's what I usually run my other ones on. And I just kind of forgot. But that kind of makes up for not having remembered to... Oh no, what's going on here? Had a traffic accident? Shoot. Oh, there it goes. It cleared. Okay. Wow, I had not seen that before, where there was a traffic accident. Oh, I should get a turn, right? The way it works. Hey! Should yield. Wow, a lot of traffic. Anyway, that brief interlude at 3 times speed makes up for the bale handling. I was still doing it 6 times speed when I first started stacking them in the trailer. I don't know how this is going to come out in editing. We'll have to see. Because we're not going to be able to do too much more. I'm just going to put this... Actually... Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I was going to pull into the building. Oh, I am going to pull into the building. But I may, off camera, go ahead and put them up in the loft. Because we're going to run out of time for the episode here pretty soon. But there's a couple of things I want to try and do and fit in here. And we'll see if they get in here or not. Not, I'll have to figure out how to edit it into the next episode. I don't know, yeah, we gotta figure out what's going on here. How are we doing on time? I thought it needs to go in there. What am I doing? I don't know. Why is that closed? All things. Get the cows some air. Okay, that was close. I left out of the game to make a editing decision. Do kind of a rough cut, see how much time we have left, which we have less than 10 minutes left that we can cram in here. So we're going to try and wrap things up here really quick. But what I had done is I left out of the game after I had completed a contract without collecting it. So as soon as I came back in, I had to collect real quick, and that was the screen you saw flash up there for a second. And I had to get back to where I had been standing. So yeah, we're almost out of time here. So let's do a couple of quick things that I wanted to do, and get ready for tomorrow, which will be September. Okay, so we're going to buy this cornfield right in front of me right here. We're going to get that done. We got a little bit more money now that we did that contract, almost another 5,000 euros, I think it was. So we're going to buy this cornfield now, get it over with, rather than wait until the last minute like I normally do on stuff. So let's go into the map, and then we'll look at the farmlands. Field 45 is farmland 10. We'll select that, and we'll buy it for 49,164 euros. Yes, please. This is now our field. I should check, see how fertilized it was. How fertilized is it? Let's go back into that map quick. Oh, it's got 2 fertilizing states on it, which is great, but it's full of stones, which is, well, that's not so great, but that's okay. So now, a new mod came out that I want to use on that field. So I'm going to walk up to the machinery store, and I'm going to buy it. But in the interest of time, I'll meet you there. Or you'll meet me there. Whichever. You're not going to include the entire walk. See you there. Okay, I am arriving over at the store. I'm not gonna lie, I ran a little bit. I didn't teleport over though. So, yeah, that's what I thought. This is, we leased this, what, yesterday or the day before? Forgot to return it. I mean, we brought it here and dropped it off, but we did not return it. So that's why we got charged an extra 40 euros. So we're going to return that. And then we're going to buy a new piece of equipment.
Pokaż mi swoje towary.
Yeah, I need to return that. And then, yeah, a forage harvester that you got. I think I want to, yeah. Let's take a look. So here we are all the way at the end, the ore can. This thing is cool. So we're going to get the higher horsepower set up. And I think I wanted the standard 2. Let me look. And look at that wheel. Standard 2. Steering column covers, no. Covers, no. We want to see the belts and stuff move. Design, no. Trailer, we'll say on the back. Main color, we're going to go with not too dark. Too dark. We go with that. And rim color, we're going to go with beige 2. We're going to buy that for 19,000 euros. And then we're going to need the corn header for it. Nope, forage harvester header. We'll try and match it. What color did I pick? I don't even remember. We'll go with that one. Thank you. That's 22,000 euros. Okay, we're down to 48,000. We're not, no, they don't match. That's okay. Where's the door? It must be on this side. Oh, it's in the back. There we go. Cool. Should we change the colors so they match? Or just go with it? think we'll just go with it. All right. So this is what we're going to use to to do the corn silage with. And that'll probably be in the next episode. I'm not sure. This thing is kind of cool. It's small. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a slog, but it'll be fun. See a new piece of equipment. So yeah, that's where we're going to wrap this one up. I'm going to drive this back. I'm going to see if maybe I can find a home for it inside. I don't know if that pipe is going to fit inside any of the buildings. So maybe the Yamzi's going to lose its spot. Very short-lived enjoyment there under cover that it had. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out with me here at the old Polish farm here in Kolonia. I know your time is valuable to you, and I appreciate that you chose to spend some of it here with me. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, and if you don't subscribe yet, why not? Don't cost nothing. See you next time.
PlayStation